What is up today, guys? Now real quick before we get into today's video, I'm going to show you a behind the scenes photo from Spider-Man that you've never seen before. It's Spider-Man and Green Goblin. Spider-Man's got a goblin in some sort of headlock kind of thing. Be warned, here it is. Alright, so that was my brother and I back when the original Spider-Man trilogy was coming out, and today we're going to see No Way Home. That's insane. Like, I was this big, now I'm this big. And Chad was this big, now he's this big. And our cousin is coming along too, so we're all super pumped. And to celebrate Spider-Man, bring back all these villains, I'm gonna turn myself into the Sinister Six, my Sinister Six SONA, if you will. So throughout the multiverse, there are infinite Jacobs, yeah? You with me so far? So 6 of the Jacobs throughout the multiverse will have the origin story of the villains applied to them. So let's say one of the Jacobs creates a serum to be smarter, faster, stronger, and then his mind starts breaking, and he just designs a Green Goblin costume because he fears him. Another Jacob may be like, oh man, I want to make so much art, but I need more arms. I need arms to help me make art, and I might base my arms off of this pen here. Whatever. Maybe Doc Ock. So yeah, we're doing stuff like that today. I'm gonna be the Sinister Six. Am I gonna be in the movie? I mean, that's not for me to say. Let's get into this. Let's design my Sinister Six SONA. Let's do it. Frig yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by creating some poses for my characters. I know I've got Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Lizard, Sandman, Electro, and I'm gonna throw in Mysterio. Like, these 5 are from the movie, but I really like Mysterio, so I'm gonna throw him in there too. Alrighty, now it's time to start figuring out what my guys are gonna look like. So we'll start off with Green Goblin. So with my Goblin, I wanted him to have a mouth that came way up his face, like a Venom kind of mouth. He's got a long tongue, and just the angular shape I think looks creepy on this Goblin. Massive ears, I want to create an awesome silhouette. And he's got this hood over his head that's like in part, representative of my hair, gotta have a little bit of me in there. And for my Goblin, I don't think I'm gonna go for more of an armored look like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I'm gonna go with more of like classic rubbery mask and all that kind of thing. I think that's a little bit scarier. Now, as far as his outfit goes, I'm going for like this fantasy style thing, because goblins are like fantasy creatures. So yeah, he's like this, I don't know, woodland goblin, if you will. Gonna have some big old scary claws on him. He's got gloves, and as far as what he's throwing, it's gotta be weird, it's gotta be quirky. So he throws pumpkin bombs in the movies, so you know what? I'm gonna have him throw skulls with big old tongues sticking out. Like, it's silly, it's goofy, but it's a little scary if you think about it. So don't think about it. Alrighty, next up, I'm gonna work on Doc Ock. My Doc Ock. So I kind of alluded to this in the beginning. My Doc Ock, he's like, oh man, I just want to make so much more art, but I need more arms, I need more hands. So I create this artistic robot, Doc Ock-esque arms to just kind of clamp on my back. More hands, more art gets made, but the hands take over. And that's how I become a villain. And much like Doc Ock, I don't seek to become a villain, I don't seek to destroy, I'm just looking to make something, and my creation takes over. I'm not the monster, the arms are. So with my Doc Ock, I'm gonna give myself like this almost wrestler WWE style belt thing, that's where it attaches, and then it goes up my spine. And I'm putting some sort of tetradart logo, because of course I'm an artist, I'm gonna slap my logo on everything I can. I do love the long jacket that comes with Doc Ock, and I'll dress him fairly simple. Gotta get my head in there, gotta get my face. I'm not gonna wear a full-on mask. I think Doc Ock might be the only one that I do keep most of my face shown. And my goggles are almost like representative of my glasses, so that's real cool. I'm not gonna go with like the straight up just glasses kind of thing. Goggles, I think, would be my best bet. On my right hand, of course, I'm an artist. I gotta get my digital art glove in there, so yeah, that kind of thing going. Since it is just me, I am just wearing jeans, and I'm gonna be sure to include my little phone wear and tear spot on my jeans. My phone's not there, but the lines are. And so my arms will be based on the digital art pen I have, and it's pretty much broken down as in the black eraser, the plastic darker gray, this almost rubbery black part here, and then the tip with the blue outline around it. So we can assume if it goes red, I'm bad, but blue, I'm good. And I am elongating the arms in the rubbery section here, because I think that is like That's the most flexible part. It's bendable, and the rubber may protect the arms from any electrical attacks. So that's what I'm thinking on that front. And of course, the hands can open up to expose the lead of the pen, which might be good for stabbing if I'm a villain, or good for drawing if I'm a hero. Who knows? Okay, so Sandman's one I'm gonna play around with a little bit. So Flint Marko, he's walking, doing his, I don't know, whatever he's doing, and then he gets exposed to some sort of explosion. He's around sand, sand gets him, and sand bonds with him. Now he's Sandman. What am I commonly around that is malleable and can just flex a lot? I do work in a meat department, so I'm gonna make not Sandman, but Meat Man. So if you were to color my drawing, either sand color or meat color, the drawing itself doesn't change, it's just the color. So Sandman can be Meat Man in my opinion. So with Meat Man, all that's really gonna happen, like the main difference between my Meat Man and Flint Marko Sandman is just the structure of my face. So I'm gonna try to add like a little bit of my face detail, not much, because I'm made of meat, and maybe a little bit of a hair swoop. But overall, I'm just gonna be this big, monstrous pile of meat. And is meat not scarier than sand? Like, that's dead. Dead cows, or, well, cows in this case. Does that mean I'm Cowman? Alright, so next up, moving on, next we have the lizard. Now, this is one that I'm super excited to design because I love dinosaurs. Yeah, that's my lead into this one. But okay, so Dr. Connors loses an arm and then experiments on himself with like lizard DNA, reptile DNA and stuff like that, because they can apparently regenerate tails and stuff. So he's like, hey, let me regenerate an arm. And then he becomes the lizard. So how does Jacob become the lizard? Well, I think it's pretty clear. Jacob loses an arm in a crafting accident. He was crafting. He had his safety scissors and his Elmer's glue, making macaroni art, and he lost an arm. They don't want to release too many details about that. It's a pretty gruesome thing, but yeah. Anyway, he goes on to experiment and creates this thing. He creates some sort of serum, whatever, injects it in. He's like, hey, look, I got an arm. But then he becomes the lizard, because that's how it works. Backstory aside, designing my lizard, I was thinking, oh, maybe I do want this like long snout, snarling kind of big old nose, because I do have a bit of a big old nose, but I really didn't like the way that looked. So I went with more of like a pressed in nose. Honestly, there's not a lot about the lizard that I designed that resembles me. I just wanted to design a cool dinosaur, and this would be what I hope I turn into. Like, I don't want to be this, but if I have to be a lizard, this is what I want to be. So I've got teeth on the outside of the mouth and on the inside. I think that's always a super cool, like, monstrous thing to add. You gotta have a tongue sticking out, that fork's off. You just got, it's the thing. He's got spikes all over him. I had it going down his head, and then it branches off onto his shoulders. It's gonna be on his tail. Awesome. And then I thought, what would be really cool? I love dinosaurs. How can I make my lizard dinosaur monster more dinosaurous? He breaks into a museum. He finds one. I don't know where, but he finds one. And he steals the spines of the skeletons and wears it on his back and down his tail. I was like, that's insane. That's cool. But I was like, while I'm at the museum, why not friggin' steal a dinosaur skull and wear it on my shoulder? So what's the spikiest skull most commonly known? Triceratops skull, maybe? I don't know, I didn't do too much research. But I was like, oh yeah, I can break in, steal a Triceratops skull, just kind of wrap it around my arm with some rope, and boom. Next time I charge into someone, they're gonna be a prehistoric shish kebab, if you know what I mean, and just run right into them. But from there, I've got my big old hands with my big old claws on my hands. I decided I'm not gonna be a naked dinosaur, I'm gonna wear some shorts. So those are ripping, kind of like the Hulk. And I got my big old spiky tail. Okay, so next we're gonna hit up Electro. Now with Electro, okay, what's his name? Max Dillon, something like that? Jamie Foxx. So, Electro, Max Dillon. He's working at this electrical company, I think, and then he gets struck by lightning or something along that line. I'm not super sure, it's been a very long time. Either way, he's got electricity powers, but then he breaks into a Stark facility or whatever, Stark truck, I don't know. Tony Stark, he has some Iron Man tech lying around. And Electro's like, I want that. So he makes his suit out of spare Tony Stark parts. Not actual Tony, that's Meat Man. But yeah, Electro makes his star-faced suit with Iron Man scraps. So I was like, Jacob, he gets struck by lightning, he's got some electrical powers. What around here can I make my suit out of? You know, just random technology, but like, am I just gonna stick a mouse on me? No. So I found 3 things that I think would be real cool to make some technology suit out of. For one, I've got a little microphone. I just strap that to my shoulder, just plug it into myself really, and everything I say is gonna be super loud because I don't know where the speakers are, but I'm speaking something loud, so there's that. Next, I've got a 3D printer. I can friggin' 3D print a shoulder mount for my 3D printer, run it down my arm. Let's assume it works like this anyway. It's comic book, like it's superhero logic. Suspend some disbelief. Run some sort of wire down my arm and I can 3D print anything on the spot. Again, just plug it into myself. I'll charge it. And let's just assume I never run out of filament. And lastly, I've got a friggin' shredder in my closet, so take the blades out of the shredder, 3D print a handle, stick it on the shredder blades, stick it on the other shoulder mount, and I've got this electrical shredding sword that I can just on top of my electrical powers. I am unstoppable. Now, in terms of me, Electro, there are typically 2 colors Electro is. It's either blue lightning or yellow lightning. More commonly, it's yellow. I know if I were choosing, I would want blue lightning, but I figured maybe bad luck's on my side, so I'll have yellow lightning. But I know that all of my costume things that I get to choose will be blue and black because I like those colors. So that's my logic behind having a blue and yellow combination, if you will, for my Electro. And maybe the suit I'm wearing causes static shocks. And just if someone goes to like pat me on the back, it just shocks. I don't know. Thought that'd be a fun little touch. Oh, and where did he get that Tetradart lightning logo? Like, you can't just make that. Yeah, I know. Check out the Teespring store. Maybe you'll find a Tetradart lightning logo shirt. Alrighty, now into Mysterio, because I really like Mysterio. For one, I gotta give the movie credit. I freaking love that they put, what's his name, Jake Gyllenhaal, in a mocap suit. Jake. Maybe the multiversal Jacob that becomes Mysterio is Jake Gyllenhaal and he hopped into this universe. Oh man. But my Mysterio, maybe Jacob, it's kind of sad to think about, it's a tragedy if you will. Maybe Jacob, despite all of his outside workings and efforts, never gets into the animation industry. Oh, ouch, that would hurt. Maybe that never happens, despite all this time, despite going to school, despite creating animations and characters and actually working on one right now, Jacob never breaks it into the animation industry. He's mad as frick. So, naturally, he becomes a supervillain. So just addressing the fishbowl in the room. What am I gonna do about the fishbowl? I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna turn it into the rotation tool in animation. So like you're in a 3D program, that's the rotation tool. You know, I'm gonna keep the cape. I want it to still look heroic, maybe red, and the little cape clasps, if you will. They're gonna be translation tools like the arrows and stuff. I'm gonna give him some of these gauntlets that he can wear to project things in battle, because this is not gonna be a projection. He's actually gonna be wearing all this, but he'll be able to create illusions mid-battle. One thing I thought would be really cool is if like his belt and like some wrist, I don't know, bands, or he's wearing wristbands. His wristbands and belt, if they had animation frames on them. So like the wrist can have a ball bounce, maybe the belt can have a walk cycle. I thought that'd be cool. Of course, I'm gonna have him creating an illusion of a translation tool like the arrows. Maybe he can throw an arrow or something. Kind of cool. Like my red T1. And for his overall suit, I do think I will keep that like gray mocap suit. Maybe I'll put the white little, like the balls all over it as tracking dots. Because I think that's a really cool thing. And I want to incorporate it into my supervillain suit, not just have it on the sidelines and create the illusion of a real suit over here. Be proud of it. That's my plan. Those are my backstories. Now let's finish this piece. Let's do it. Enjoy the montage. overall, I very much love this, and I'm digging what I did here. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And yeah, any other Sonas you'd like my versions of, it's all gonna be me, no matter what. But yeah, that's it. And now my brother, cousin, and I, we're all gonna go see No Way Home, and I'm friggin' excited. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and that's pretty much it for this one, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. So if you would please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.